welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another video. So as you can see, my friends, we have a feast in front of me as usual. Yes, so as you can see by the title, we made a Thanksgiving feast / holiday feast, whatever you want to call it, because I know a lot of you guys are in the States and you are about to celebrate Thanksgiving. Now I'm in Canada, so we already celebrated Thanksgiving in October, but this feels extra special because I feel like I'm getting 2 Thanksgivings. I made another feast, okay? And even if you are Canadian, well, guess what, guys? Holiday season is coming up, Christmas is coming up, so I'm sure you will still find these recipes really helpful and useful. So I made like a pretty good like spread here. I feel like this could be a good, you know, dinner spread. Minus dessert. I didn't make dessert, but I don't know, just make some pumpkin pie or something. Okay, there's recipes out there. I'm just kidding. I do have some dessert recipes that you might want to look at. I will link some recipe videos down below that I've done for the holiday season, so don't you worry, okay? I do have some dessert recipes, but yeah. In order for me to make this delicious feast, I had a little help from my friends over at Thrive Market, who are very kindly sponsoring today's video. So I'll tell you guys a little bit more about them in just a second, but let's go through this feast first. Let me just show you what we got going on here because I know, I outdid myself, okay? So the first thing I have in front of me, which looks glorious and delicious, is this creamy spinach artichoke gnocchi pasta bake. Oh my gosh, what a mouthful. But it is so delicious, it's creamy, it is comforting, it is satisfying, perfect for the cold months. I mean, we just need some comfort food, okay? And then we have in front of me here some delicious pumpkin biscuits, scones. I think they're more biscuits, but I don't really know the difference. Whatever. Delicious, doughy goodness, okay? Pumpkin, doughy goodness. And then we have some delicious breaded tofu, which is so delicious and it can replace your like turkey or whatever meat that you eat. And to go with the breaded tofu, we made some delicious vegan gravy as well. This is like a mushroom coconut milk gravy. It's so good and it goes really well with the tofu. And then last but not least, we have this delicious side dish. Of course, we have to have some kind of veggie, you know, deliciousness. Some Brussels sprout and green bean mix. So good. I'm so excited for you guys to try all of these out. If you were wondering what to make for Thanksgiving, well, you are welcome. I hope you guys make all of this and make a huge feast for your friends and family. I think one of the best ways to spread veganism and the positive vegan message is to make people delicious food. Yes. So hopefully you guys try these out. Yeah, without further ado, let's get started with recipe number 1.
Just a reminder that all of the written recipes will be in a blog post that's linked down below, so don't forget to check that out for the measurements. First thing I'm going to make is the roasted Brussels sprouts and green bean goodness. So I washed my green beans and now I'm just cutting off the ends here like so. And then I'm also going to, of course, wash the Brussels sprouts and then I just cut these in half. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to like take something off or cut anything else off, but I didn't and I'm okay, so it's all good. Then I just place those veggies into a baking pan or something that's safe for the oven, and I'm gonna add some olive oil. I'm using this one here from Thrive Market. This is the extra virgin olive oil. And to make this kind of nice and caramelized, I'm also gonna add in some maple syrup. Yes, I'm using this one again from Thrive Market. And to season, I'm gonna simply add some salt. By the way, you should already be preheating your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I thought, hey, it's Thanksgiving, so we're also going to add in some pumpkin seeds. I got this one here from Thrive Market, so we're just going to throw some of those in there. And then you can place into the oven, again at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And I did around 20 minutes, I would say 20 to 25 minutes, just until the veggies are cooked to your liking. And once you're done, I just took this out of the oven and I added in some simulated bacon bits, which is actually vegan. You don't have to add that, but I thought that would be a nice little touch. And then feel free to season with some more salt and pepper if needed. And that's pretty much it. It's super simple and I think it's really nice to have a nice little vegetable dish on the side here. And I love green beans and I love Brussels sprouts. So definitely make this. It was so good. It was slightly sweet. It was nicely roasted. It was so delicious.
Alright guys, so as I mentioned earlier, today's video is very kindly sponsored by Thrive Market, who I've been working with for a very long time because they are amazing and they have so many awesome vegan products. If you guys don't know, Thrive Market is an online membership-based marketplace that specializes in natural and sustainable items sold at a discounted price for their members. So when you join Thrive Market, you can enjoy guaranteed member-only savings on their natural, sustainable products. And they have all kinds of stuff, guys. They've got groceries, they've got home products, cleaning supplies, they have have beauty products, any sort of self-care products. They have so much, and of course, tons of vegan options, and it's really easy to shop vegan on their website. If you're gluten-free, you can shop gluten-free as well. It's really, really easy to filter out those products, which is awesome. Another great thing about them is that they're really dedicated to sustainability. So everything is shipped from their zero waste warehouses with carbon neutral shipping. And one of my favorite things about Thrive Market is that they have a program called Thrive Gives, where they basically give a free membership to a low income family so that they can also have access to lower priced, natural, sustainable products that are really healthy and awesome. So when you join, you're basically giving a free membership to somebody that really needs it. So that's awesome. And you know, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, why not? Okay, isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? So if you're interested in joining Thrive Market, they have two different membership options. They have a month-to-month membership, which works out to be $9.95 a month. And then they also have a yearly membership, which is only $5 a month. So definitely check out their yearly membership, which is a better deal. And if you guys join today, you get 25% off your first order plus a free gift. Yes, you guys, by using the link below and joining today, you get 25% off already discounted prices and a free gift. So what are you waiting for, guys? Make sure you check out the link below and join Thrive Market, and you can also make these delicious meals, okay? So anyways, thank you so much to Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video, and now let's move on to the next recipe.
Now we're gonna make our tofu turkey. I don't know what to call this. Tofu cutlets. Tofu cutlets. There you go, breaded tofu. I simply took a block of extra firm tofu and I cut it into, I think, around 10 pieces, basically thin squares. And yes, I did press it for a little bit. I know I normally don't, but I wanted to make sure that it tasted really good. I don't think it's necessary, but if you really want to soak up the flavor, then you can press your tofu for a little bit. I think I just pressed my tofu for about 15 minutes or so while I did something else. And then once that's pressed, I put it into a little plate here. And then I actually added a cup of veggie broth just to let the veggie broth soak into the tofu. And then you want to let this sit for at least, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes while you do other things. And then I'm going to make a little breadcrumb mixture, but I wanted to make the breadcrumbs a little bit more fine. So I decided to throw them into a food processor along with some garlic powder, onion powder, salt, black pepper, and paprika. And then I just blended it until it was like a little bit more finely ground. And then we want to create a nice little batter for the tofu to stick to. So I just took some non-dairy milk, use an unsweetened non-dairy milk of your choice, mix it with some flour, and then just make sure you whisk it well until all the clumps are gone. And then it's super simple. You take each piece of tofu, you throw it into that flour and milk mixture, and then you coat it with that coating that we made, and that's pretty much it. I like to use one hand for the wet batter and then one hand for the dry coating. And once you've coated all your tofu, you can add a generous amount of oil onto a pan and then just cook each one for a little bit on each side until it's nice and golden like so. You can also air fry these as well if you want to avoid using too much oil. Just spray a little bit of oil on each side and then just throw them into the air fryer, and I would just cook it until it looks cooked. Anyways, these are really, really good. They are so flavorful and they go really well with the gravy that we're about to make. So onto a pan, you want to add in a little bit of oil, and then I added in some diced mushrooms, and then we're just going to cook this a little bit until the mushrooms begin to soften. And then you want to add in some vegetable broth, and then you also want to add in half a can of regular coconut milk. I'm using this one right here from Thrive Market. I'm just using half a can, and we're going to throw that in and mix this well. I like to take a whisk and whisk it to get any of the clumps out. And then let's add in some flavor. First, I added in some tamari. You could also use soy sauce, but I'm using tamari. I got this one here from Thrive Market. And then I also added in some Dijon mustard. Again, this is from Thrive Market. I love Dijon, you know. And I also added in some garlic powder, onion powder, and that's it. You just want to mix this well. And once you've added everything, you want to bring this to a nice boil. And while it's coming to a boil, you can make a cornstarch slurry. So basically all you do is take some cornstarch, add a little bit of water, so you make a nice little slurry, and then you want to add into the gravy to make it nice and thick. And then once that's done, you can just turn the heat off, and now you have a nice coconut mushroom gravy. The next recipe is going to be a creamy baked spinach artichoke gnocchi. Firstly, I'm going to boil some raw cashews that I got from Thrive Market, of course, with some water, and I'm going to soften them for around 15 to 20 minutes. Once they've softened, let's preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And once the cashews are softened, you can add those into a blender along with some unsweetened non-dairy milk, some minced garlic, a vegetable bouillon cube, and of course some nutritional yeast, which of course I got from Thrive Market. And we are going to blend this really well to create a lovely creamy sauce. Now let's take a large casserole dish and we're going to add a package of vegan-friendly gnocchi. Just make sure to check the ingredients list to see that there's no egg or dairy products. Now let's add in a can of artichoke hearts that I've roughly chopped up, and I'm also going to add in some frozen baby spinach. You can also use fresh spinach if you have that. And then let's also pour in our creamy sauce. I'm going to mix this really well and make sure everything is well coated in the sauce. And feel free to also add in a little lemon juice if you like. I didn't do this, but I feel like it would really bring out some of the flavors. I don't know. Just a hunch, you know? Now this part is totally optional, but I'm gonna top with some leftover breadcrumbs from the tofu that we made earlier because I had some left and I was like, okay, let's use this. Totally optional. And I also added in some crushed chili flakes. Again, very much optional. If you like a little spice, then feel free. And then let's bake this at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And this is the final result, which was super comforting, so delicious. And the creamy sauce, guys, it just goes perfectly with the chewy gnocchi, and I just feel like this is the perfect pasta dish for the colder months. So definitely try this out. And last but not least, we're gonna make some pumpkin biscuits. Oh my god, these were so good. You have to try these. Anyways, I mean, everything here is really good, but I was very impressed with these. Anyways, first we're going to preheat our oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we're going to make some vegan buttermilk by mixing together some non-dairy milk with some apple cider vinegar. You should see this curdling right away, and we're just going to set this aside while we do everything else. Now in a large mixing bowl, let's add in some flour, coconut or brown sugar, some baking soda, baking powder, and salt, and mix this really well. Then we're going to cut in some cold vegan butter and just simply mix until you get a crumbly consistency. And then we're going to add in our vegan buttermilk that we made earlier, as well as some canned pumpkin. And of course, I'm using this one right here that I got from Thrive Market. And we're just going to mix this until just combined. And then I just took a measuring cup. You can use like a quarter cup or a third cup, up to you. And I'm just going to scoop out the batter onto a baking sheet that I've lined with my nonstick baking mat. And I just dip my cup into a little bit of water in between each one so that the batter doesn't stick. And then let's bake this at 425 degrees for 18 to 22 minutes until it's nice and golden on the top. And then afterwards, let's add in a little bit more vegan butter on top of each one, or you can just serve it with some vegan butter on the side. Highly recommend doing that. These are so fluffy, so soft, so delicious, and they have a really nice, like lovely, subtle pumpkin flavor. They are so good, you guys. I could not stop eating these. Anyways, hope you guys try these out, and if you do, make sure you serve them warm, okay? All right, now that we have everything cooked, we have to make our lovely Thanksgiving plate, all filled with vegan goodness, and of course, you have to have cranberry sauce too. I mean, please don't tell me that you don't like cranberry sauce, okay? Cranberry sauce is a must. Okay. Anyways, plate it. It's gonna be so good. Oh my gosh. Look how beautiful it looks.
All right, you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this feast. I really hope you guys try all of these out because they're so good. And even if you are not celebrating Thanksgiving, again, you can just make this. Just make it. Who cares, okay? Invite some people over, make a feast. Why not? Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, of course, don't forget to subscribe. And once again, don't forget to check out Thrive Market. I'd like to thank them again for sponsoring today's video. Just a quick reminder, it's 25% off your first order and a free gift. Link is down below, of course. And if you guys want all of the written recipes, I have a blog post link down below as well as usual. And that's pretty much it, you guys. If you guys need some more inspiration, more holiday recipes, I'll link some videos down below as well. Anyway, I hope you have a really safe and awesome Thanksgiving, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.